Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Today is Friday, August 17th. Somewhat eventful day on the trading front. So just giving you guys a little trading recap of what went on today. So for those of you that have been keeping up with at least the trading recap videos put together, I've really been looking a lot at some of these Chinese tech stocks in the last couple of days, especially Iqiyi and Weibo. However, I have also been trading TNDM as well. So yesterday I made only two I only started two swing trades in that I bought $80 Weibo calls, and I also bought some $40 TNDM calls as well, both out a couple of months in that. So today we have actually done two trades as well, two sells today. First, we'll take a look at Iqiyi and the trade I made today. This morning, I actually sold on our failed retest of 25. So if we look at the 15-minute here, we went down back to 25. It bounced off that, failed it a second time, and that is where I sold my puts. The second half of my Iqiyi October $25 puts that I've had since around $30, since the stock was at $30, was really waiting for this rundown. If you actually go back to my video on Tuesday where I looked at Iqiyi and actually the technical analysis of it and where I predicted to go, here on Tuesday I actually predicted that it would go down and test this bottom trend line. And so Wednesday morning, when we actually opened down right at $25 and then broke just a little below it, is where I sold the first half of my puts. So I sold the first half there, and I was actually predicting that we would have more of a VWAP return back to 28, right? So anyone that watched the recap following Wednesday, I was actually looking to see a little more quick back up here, pretty much this 28.9 pivot as well as this downtrend line. So I was looking for a return to there before we continued to go down to 23. So of course the plan at that point was to sell half of the puts there and then actually to buy them back when it got up above 28. Of course yesterday we didn't quite get all of the price action I was looking for. We gapped up in the morning, immediately closed the gap, and then I was looking for it to head higher to really, gap close and go, and hoping it would close up, much higher and then continue the run towards 28 today. We did not see that. We saw, of course, it fade most of the afternoon yesterday in that. So, but what we saw today was that it retested 25 and failed. So this actually told me a couple of things. It told me not that we're not still in a downtrend, we're still going down. We are still in the downtrend, and the overall sentiment is bearish. However, if you see, we're in more of this consolidation phase, right? We've really moved down from 30 to 25, and now we're just really consolidating, which is why I wanted to get out of those $25 puts, not because I think the stock is going to go up a lot of money. I do still think it'll go up a little bit in the next couple of days till we hit this downtrend line, probably somewhere in the upper 70s, maybe still to 28. But because I think it's consolidating, really the time is against me. When you own calls, you're also battling the clock, and I just didn't really want to have any of that, losses from the time. So got out of those puts, and I will just wait and watch over the next couple of days as we consolidate. And then once we get back to this upper trend line, we'll be buying back puts again for the next leg down here to around $23 in that. So whether you have it at 22.68, kind of the bottom of this consolidation, or some people have it here at the top, which is like 23.11, right? So somewhere between in that is going to be that next phase. So pretty close to $23 will be that next leg down. So right now it's just a matter of hanging on and watching. Don't want to buy things too early. You're going to lose the money out on time. Plus, if it goes up a little bit, you lose as well. So for anyone looking to short the stock or looking to buy puts, I recommend just waiting either for a close below 25 or more likely a couple of days of consolidation to the down till as we get closer to this down trend line, and then we can see a further push down in that. So if you watch the stock even on the bigger moves, we've always kind of ended up at this line before the big leg, even if we have some bit of consolidation here before we move down. So can expect it to continue happening, right? So worry about the consolidation. We're actually seeing that in all of the Chinese techs, right? So if you take a look at Weibo, in that, which yesterday I made the trade of buying some $80 calls here. So nice little bit of a move up today. So a little bit of money in that. But of course, there will be, as you can see from the drop down here, we're going to have some consolidation. Now, the stock has moved up more than Iqiyi has on a percent-wise over the last couple of days. But that's really just because it's got more room, right? It's got a little bit bigger of a channel. So as we move into this consolidation, I believe we have a chance to run up closer to 80, at least here. So if you look at the last couple of consolidations, you've had kind of these moves up, and then consolidate along, whatever support line we're at. So hoping for a little move up here. Watch the price action to sell those calls. So really, they're just short term. Just trying to kind of catch the bounce off the bottom of the channel, and then a little bit move up into consolidation before a potential next run down. So still, with both of these stocks, the overall sentiment is bearish. Any long-term investors in these stocks definitely would recommend waiting until we break channel. So until we've gotten out of these channels, especially with Iqiyi, until you've gotten out of this upper channel line, not a good place for a long-term buy. Just hang on and wait. We do still have an amount coming up. I like technical trading. It's really what I go with for the majority. But you have to admit, though, with everything that's happening with these stocks, with Iqiyi, you also have the lockout period in September. And so people keep talking about a lockout period is going to devastate a stock. It's not going to, devastate the stock. However, you are going to get some increased selling around a lockout period, and it's fairly common to see a stock drop, 7 to 10%. You might get a little more even with that because Iqiyi is so volatile. But so if you think about it, we're looking at trending for the next leg down into early September. By the time you get to the next leg down, you're only a few weeks out from the lockout period. So it would make sense to have the next leg down and then some consolidation going into the lockout, and then watch the reaction of the lockout period, and then would be more likely a trend change. So I would be very shocked to see the trend change, just a few weeks prior to the lockout being up. So something to keep an eye on and watch. I really, really like Iqiyi long term. I love the company fundamentally, but from a technical standpoint, purely everything is bearish in sentiment. And so right now, just waiting for my chance to buy some more calls to make a little bit more money off the stock as I wait for that turnaround. All right, and so getting away from Chinese tech here, we'll take a look at TNDM, the other trade I made yesterday, buying some $40 calls here. Didn't quite get a great move, break of 35s. I was hoping to break 35 this morning and have another big day. But of course, you can't run up 5 to 10% every day on a stock. We have seen this stock has moved up a great amount. And so really what we're doing now is we're just consolidating, right? Tapped here, we broke it, and we're just kind of consolidating around into this 34, 35-ish range. I wouldn't be shocked to see it consolidate for a couple more days between that 33, 35 range. If you even looked at the day, right, we just kind of saw it, snaking around, going up, down and up, down and up, down and up. So, and just hanging right around, but right through the middle of everything is that, right of the last couple of days is this $34 pivot. So everything is just kind of hanging around on that, consolidating now. Let it consolidate, let it rest, let that spring coil, and then hopefully next week, I would love to see it, maybe consolidate a day or two and then break 35 and run up. If you actually were to take a look at this on the weekly, not only do you have a nice little curve here, but you already had that pullback and the next leg up. So it would make sense for the next week to open at 34 and push up a higher leg. So that's something I'm looking forward to and watching. Bullish on TMDM right now, and so we'll keep looking on that for our push to 40 and make some money off this run. All right, everyone. Thanks.